Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I think I will just speak from a South African point of view, but much of what we only have said, our country has gone through already. So we are basically 20 years into the field of HIV already. And that's why I believe we as South Africans, we are in a stage of what we call AIDS fatigue. But nevertheless, like I said, South Africa have all the resources and also they have access to everything regarding to HIV and AIDS. But sadly, still many people get infected with the virus. And today also, I believe in South Africa, no one can say anymore that they don't know someone living with HIV. You are either infected yourself or affected with the disease. For myself, I believe when I got infected with the virus, there were many disadvantages as well as advantages. And I think disadvantages was, I would say, I lost a lot of family members, I lost a lot of friends whom I thought I was close to, but the moment I told them about my HIV status, I lost them. But yeah, on the downside or the upside, I will say, over the last 15 years, I've gained many friends, alhamdulillah for that. And also my life really changed. I became a spokesperson, not just for Muslim people living with HIV, but basically for everyone, especially women living with the disease. And I must tell you, when I was diagnosed with the virus, I had a lot of big problems with the religious leaders. They only basically accepted me when I informed them that I was married when I contracted the disease. Then it was a big hoo-ha. Oh, okay, it's fine to then support you. But what about the innocent people that got infected with the disease? What about them? And that is one of the reasons why I decided to no longer keep quiet, but to speak up about it. For those of you who don't know, like I said, I was married. I didn't know at the time that when I got married that my husband was already infected with the disease. As you know, you cannot see HIV. He looked healthy like you and me. 7 months into marriage, he passed away. And that is when it was discovered that I too had the HIV virus. At the point in time, I didn't know much about the disease. I believed that I was going to die too, because the doctor herself led me to believe that I had AIDS. It's only because I decided to take the initiative and do further research that I discovered that you can live long with the virus. And she gave me then afterwards a lifespan of 5 to 10 years. Today, alhamdulillah, it's been 20 years that I'm living with HIV. It hasn't been an easy road. But for me, at the end of the day, I always said, you know, no one can judge me. No one can decide for me. I needed to make a choice. I needed to make a decision. Either I follow my husband to the grave, or I stand up and I persevere. So I decided I wanted to continue. At the point in time when I decided that, I didn't know why I wanted to live. But all I knew was I wasn't ready to give up yet. Okay. For me, I think healing of the body was a very important thing, because for the first 2 years of my HIV status, I was very sick. I kept on losing weight. I weighed about, in the end, 47 kgs. And for me, I just realized that I needed to change my mindset. And that really helped, that really worked. Like Ashraf told you the other day, or yesterday when it was, the mind and the body works together. If you change your mindset, your body will also heal. And that is what I always tell my clients today. Accept your HIV status, and then you will find even your life will become better. And that is what I did. Like I said, for me, a lot of things changed, but for the better. For those people that even today still do not want to speak to me because of my HIV status, I do not care, because I am living with the virus. I always say, don't judge me, don't point the finger at me, go and test yourself, and then we can speak again. Today I have traveled the world. Like I said, I've become a spokesperson for Muslim people living with HIV. But for me, I still find it's not the virus that is killing us. It's that stigma attached to it. You can live long with HIV. You can live for 20, 30 years. But people like you in this room that are discriminating against us, that is what killing us, not the disease. So please, if you can make a difference today, if you know of a family member, a friend, or anyone that are HIV positive, do not discriminate, no matter how that person got infected. Just be there for that person and tell that person, you know what, I love you. And that is all that we want to know. Today in my family, it's a different story. I have to fight with them because they are now overprotective over me. I have to tell them, I'm not dying, I can do things for myself. But that is because they love me. And I always wonder sometimes, what if I just gave up? What would have happened? And we all know that answer. I would have been long dead by now. Where I work at the University of Western Cape, I run a care support group for students that are both infected and affected with HIV. And they always tell me that I am their role model. And I tell them, you can also become someone else's role model by not giving up, by continue living. Be spiteful and live. That is what I tell them. You know, don't let HIV get to you. And I'm also proud to say that, you know, I have 2 colleagues in the room with me, but we will speak about that tomorrow. I'm very proud to say that, you know, my circle of friends have really broadened, and I'm very grateful to them, because not just because of them, but my family as well. I always say, if it wasn't for my family and my close friends, and of course, first of all, my faith, I wouldn't have been here. Thank you very much.
And I've been grappling with this concept, with the conscious decision about, for me as a mother, seeing a 10-year-old child being active, I couldn't comprehend of my own children. It was just a no for me to think that my 10-year-old could be possibly sexually active. It was just, for me personally, in my situation, in a South African lived reality as a Muslim, that was just not an option. Is the reality different for others? I do not want to get into, I know, because I'm very aware of judgmental practices. When we say that we don't, and that is why when I was writing this down, I was also saying, oh, intent. But if that is a practice, I'm aware that if I look back 5 generations for my own family, I had a grandmother who got married at 14, who was legally married at 14, but their wisdom levels, they could run a family, they could do all of those kind of things, you know. And they didn't have a university degree because there were no university degrees to be gotten at that stage for them. But they were mature and capable of running it. But chronologically, they were still 14 years old. And they got married, and they lived a very productive life, a very this thing, I think it's anyway. So, can people hear me? So they lived a very productive life. So I want to know from William, is that 10-year-old? Because when we respond to a 10-year-old having sex, we respond from where we are. We don't know the level of maturity of the 10-year-old in Burundi. Is that 10-year-old in Burundi? Because for me, a South African at 10 is definitely not. And I got a shock. For me, it was. I'm teaching at a primary school now, and I got in a health education session. One of the learners asked me, "I am not yet." This was the question of this learner. "I am not yet menstruating. can I get pregnant when I'm sexually active?
I think within the Burundian context, it doesn't have much to do with children having cell phones. How many of your 10-year-old children have cell phones in Burundi? Huh? Yeah, there's it. I think they got more data than me, yeah?
It's not only cell phones, it's TV. Both is beautiful.
Or maybe sleeping in the same room as your parents. Who needs data for that?
Good morning, afternoon. My name is Rene. I would agree with what the sisters were saying about children have been active. I was at a meeting in Mitchell's Plain in the week, and a young learner from Tafelse High spoke about how healthcare workers at the local clinic, the attitudes towards young people when they come for contraception. And I think it's not, I agree, it's not only in the home, it's not only, we should think about it everywhere, but also those service providers should be able to give an openness, or be open to be able to allow children to be able to speak about it, to be able to engage with it, and the words that the girl used was, I heard this woman preaching me out of the clinic door, just like my mommy would preach to me. And I thought, as a parent, I also thought, what am I doing in my own home with my daughter? Am I preaching her that she's going to go somewhere else to get information?